Welcome to the LFG 1904 show. Bam! My name is Dustin, Big Mac Daddy. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just talking crap because I got my wife on the mic tonight, and we have a huge announcement.
We have a huge announcement.
A huge announcement, and we wanted to drop this announcement with y'all because
With y'all, yeah.
you know what I mean. Y'all do so much for us, so
Yeah.
I've said it a million times, and I'll say it till the day I die. Like, without you guys, nothing. You know, I have. No, I mean, you know, you guys have literally helped provide for my family, and you know, I like to give cool things back. You know. Anyways, welcome to the show, Miss Elise Woolsey.
What's up? What's up, doggy?
And then a few in the back. Boo.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If you got haters, then
That's a
you're
fact.
doing something right.
Hey, that's a fact. Hey, so what's up, dog? We're just doing it right here in the living room tonight, switching it up. You know, we're about to hit the road for
About
another
to hit the road, Jack.
Yeah, another
Again.
2-week journey.
We're outta
And
here again.
yeah, so if you're listening to this, we'll be at Sandpoint Showdown, September 27th, in the middle of Sandpoint.
Idaho.
Idaho. They have got the entire main street shut down for a bunch of degenerate motorcyclists like ourselves, and we're going to put on one heck of a show.
That's right, baby.
All right. Hey, so it's been a pretty fun week, huh?
It's been a great week.
Yeah.
Psych. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
It's been a heavy week. It's been a heavy week. There's a bit, honestly, it's not just like in the country, but in our life too. It's like exciting, but also like heavy in a sense of like, wow, we're making a really big decision, and we are. I mean, I can't even tell you how excited I am. I'm very excited, and I was not this excited, like, you know, ever about doing something like what we're gonna do, but
Right.
I am really excited. I know for a fact that we're making the right decision. I know it because I feel God in it, you know? So I just know that we are about to make the right decision because we choose to follow, you know, God's lead in our life. Otherwise we're living in our own will, and it's not where I want to be. That's for sure.
That is a fact. I definitely wanted to talk about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
But then I wanted to make our announcement. So real quick, you know, the things that have gone on in the public has completely divided people on a positive side and a really, really chaotic and scary side.
Yeah.
And I think I want to say I am deeply sorry for those that have kids that have smartphones and social media, and they were able to actually see something so horrific like live, you know, in person. You know, I was thinking about it. It's like JFK, like, you know, you didn't even see like the full video for like years later.
Yeah, because
Like,
I mean, I don't think they were going to show something like that on the news. You know, I don't know. They always, it's like they show them standing and then they show them down, but they don't show the shot in between. You know, but like Charlie Kirk was literally shot at, and it was recorded at different angles. Like the first video I saw was a angle from far away where I saw him got hit and he fell, and then later I saw a view where it was closer up from the side, and I literally saw so much blood come out of his neck. I was like traumatized. Like I literally have PTSD. Like that view in my brain hurts my soul. Like thinking about it. It's awful.
Could you imagine being the college students that were there?
Yeah.
Like front row seat and just, you know, seeing
how
all
awful
those
for them. And they just, for them, Charlie was somebody that they looked up to, that they finally felt like they had a voice and that they were allowed to voice it. And then they see somebody take that person down right in front of their very eyes, and they realize very quickly how scary and horrifying this world and country can be, and the hate that lives in people's hearts, how awful that is. And I don't know about you, but there's no place for that kind of hate. There's no place for celebrating the death of another person's life, no matter whether you agreed with them or not. There's no place for that kind of hate in near me or my family, my life. There's just no place for it, unfortunately. Like, I think forgiveness is like a huge thing, and I forgive, anybody that, apologizes or repents or whatever, but I have to have boundaries when it comes to my family. And I've seen a lot of things that I still can't believe, I just can't believe it. And, it just goes to show how wicked the world is.
Yeah. And, I was thinking, and I actually was talking to a couple people because, like, within, like, I would say 4 days, like, people are tagging me and stuff. And, because I made a political shirt before, which I definitely will say, like, I regret doing that shirt. And the only reason why I say so is because I did it because I was angry. And I just don't, like, if I would have changed back time, like, I would have never probably done that, just because I did it when I was, like, angry. I just remember that day when Trump was, like, getting shot, and I heard about it, and I was just like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, they're going to do whatever, to, like, harm someone. And
I know. I wouldn't say that I regret you making that shirt. I think that it's really bold and, like, very
well, I don't
courageous to say that you regret it because of how you were angry. Because we definitely
okay, well,
we shouldn't do things out of anger. So that's a really good thing,
I mean, it's not that I was angry, but I was just like, man, I wanted to get something out there, and it was like lying in the sand sort of thing. But as time goes on, it's like Trump is just another politician, and he's up there, and he needs to say or do. I just think that some of the things that he ran for and was, like, talking about, like, he is not doing those things.
It's okay.
Some of them.
You realized that it's better to support somebody that resembles the love of Jesus. So
you guys,
and
welcome.
Unfortunately,
welcome
Trump,
to Mom's Convicted, guys.
Even during Charlie,
welcome
Kirk's,
to. I'm sorry. Where's Bree? Where's Rachel? Are they here? Or?
Even during Charlie Kirk's memorial, in his speech, he said something about, like, the radical left, and because he was saying, like, Charlie always just called him the left, but I always call them the radical left, and he would always tell me, basically saying, like, I not to do that, and to kind of kill him with kindness. It's like what and it's just so funny because, I mean, realistically, the person that should have been president was Charlie.
Wow.
I mean, he would have made, like, I just can't understand how.
Yeah. Well, so with that being said, like, I was getting tagged by people. It's funny because there was a few that tagged me in some posts, and they were like, I'm just waiting for LFG to drop a shirt, and I really thought about it, but then I was seeing how many, and I was seeing China literally within hours, they were already having Charlie Kirk shirts.
Yeah.
And, I was just like, wow, dude. I was just, like, thrown away, and I was like, man, these guys in China are just making more money off of us and shit. I'm just like, what is going on right now? I literally hope people that were on TikTok, like, never bought a shirt, from China.
They probably
did. It's even like, they even come out with, like, dead pedophiles don't reoffend and stuff. I'm like, geez, you guys stop it. Buy American. God damn it. But anyways,
that's okay. We have a couple phrases that we have a couple of
like
well, one of them is for LFG babes, and it's part of scripture that I just love that I can't wait to put on a shirt. And then the other one I think is a really great phrase that we should definitely put on a shirt that would be in remembrance of Charlie Kirk. I mean,
What's that?
I'm not going to say it out loud.
Why?
Because it'll be a surprise when we put it on the shirt, you know?
Oh.
But anyways, so, you know.
Well, what I was going to say is I had plenty of time to think about it and to go back to like to Trump, and like it made me angry. Like when I saw this, I was like weeping. I was really sad. I was like shook almost, you know? Like, first of all, he's 31 years old. His 3-year-old daughter ran to him because she heard the gunshot. And I was just like, immediately I think of our kids, you know?
I actually heard that it was that was a lie.
Really?
That they were not at the interview.
Dang.
I mean, at the school, at the college, they were not there. I don't know. That's what Allie Tucky said, or Stuckey, and she be knowing. She knows.
Really?
She's close with him, so.
Okay, well,
Yeah, she said it. She said that was a rumor that his family, that they were not there.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Dang, that would like complete horror.
No.
Well, that's great. Why would somebody say that then?
Because the internet is wild.
That is nuts.
The internet is wild. And on right and left side, people are doing wild stuff. Wild. That's
Definitely.
why I don't even follow politics anymore. You already know this. I've been convicted of politics a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I just think, man, at the end of the day, what I was going to say, okay, besides that wasn't true. You know, Charlie was still like a young father. His kids are never going to know who he really was because they're too young.
Yeah.
And that is like, you know, for us guys that have kids, and I know I've talked to many other men that think that like there's so much that they do for their family, and that is like a major letdown and fear if like that would happen, you know.
Yeah.
And knowing that it happened and how courageous his wife has been since, and like forgiving the guy that shot, you know, her husband, that's crazy. It's beyond me. Like, that's a lot, and that for that fast, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it immediately on Mom's Convicted. That was like the one thing I said, that I was like, I'm gonna go even a step further and say that, like, you know, if his killer was to repent and, you know, whenever he's executed, you know, if he repents and puts his faith in Christ, you know, Charlie will be there to welcome him with open arms into heaven.
It's crazy.
It's the truth. That's the radical love of Christ.
Yeah. Well, I think that, you know, the country is definitely divided more than it's ever been.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, like some of that division is good because I'm able to see like who people are and what they think. And like, you know, I had a day of, you know, a lot of unfollows and a lot of like just mutes, just because I didn't want to see any sort of rhetoric. And it's not that I wanted to see the right's rhetoric, the left's. I just didn't want to see people blatantly laughing and saying that he's a racist and that he's this and he's that, when they only hear bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And not the entire story of what, I mean, I feel like if everybody actually listened and heard the things that he said, they would go like, oh, well, that's not what they're saying. Or that's not true.
Yeah. I mean, I was telling you earlier, I had a conversation with somebody and she just was basically said, like, you know, he's racist and the things that he said were hateful. And I said, well, I believe 99% of what he says, I agree with it. So does that make me a racist and hateful?
Or a bigot, you know?
Yeah. And
that's
I'm
another
like,
thing. It's like, look up the word of bigot and then before you say that about somebody. Because it's like the definition of that is not what people already assume.
Yeah, I mean, I had to look at that word a lot too because I was confused. But I mean, she's like, I don't think you're racist. And you know what I should have said is, well, why? You know, and
right.
She probably would have been like, 'cause I've known you my whole life, and I would have been like, well, when's the last time that you met Charlie Kirk and have known him longer than the 2-second clip that you watched online? That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't know somebody You don't. And to, just completely disregard somebody being shot down like an animal because of something they said that you didn't like is just preposterous. And it is, there's just no place for that, really. I don't know.
No, it's definitely pure evil.
Yeah.
And Antifa, all those groups, like, man, bye. Like,
Scary.
you know what I mean?
Scary.
Like, bye. And
No, all that stuff is all bought and paid for.
For sure.
It's all bought and paid for.
No, for sure.
That's why I don't like politics. All that stuff is bought and paid for.
You're
on
right.
both sides.
You're right.
Both sides are bought and paid for by different entities, The only thing that's not bought and paid for is God. So that's what I'm going to stick with. I'm going to stick with that. And that's what Charlie was trying to do. He was trying to radically change people's hearts in the hardest way possible, which is to make them look deep within their soul and their heart and make them see the truth. He was really trying to change the country from like the inside out, like the hard way. He wasn't just trying to change a policy or change a law. He was trying to change people's hearts from the inside out. It feels almost impossible what he was trying to do, but he did it, and he did it really well. And I think that the country's in a revival right now, and it's absolutely the most beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah.
So.
I definitely think that I was telling you the day after, or no, I'm sorry, the first Sunday after Charlie Kirk, the number one Google search was like find local church.
Church near me.
Near me. Like that was the number one Google Drive. Like that blows my mind. And by the way, like when I was going to Home Depot today on my way back home, Rise Church was completely,
Oh, really?
I mean, completely packed.
That's beautiful.
And I was like, dang, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, it's literally saved my life, within the last year and a half going on. Well, no. Yeah, year and a half.
Yeah, you've transformed, and you continue to transform, and I can tell that you just want to be better, and it's
calmer.
And it's not due to like anything that I say or anything. It's truly because you want to just please God, because you know what He's done for you.
It's so funny. So, this is like a industry recovery podcast, right? So, and we've talked a lot of recovery on this show, a lot. And the thing about it is like I never talked about God, higher power, or maybe I had and I just don't recall. Mm-hmm. But like in recovery, they teach us like to find a higher power and to find something that works for you. And I just like now that I'm in the spot that I'm at, I just don't understand why we minimize the word God, like when it's all in the literature too.
It is.
It's like the door handle is not going to save your life.
Yeah.
And if you're praying to a door handle, I think you're a ding dong, but that's fine. You know what I mean? I just think.
I think that's something that like just I've heard old timers like say, just it's not obviously in our literature, but they just say it like, even if it's a doorknob, just, but that is just so far off of what you should be trying to help somebody find, and it's got to be bigger than you, better than you. Like the best part about following God is I don't have to be good enough. I'm not worthy, but He is, and all glory to that. I don't need to I don't need to worry about being perfect because somebody already died for me, and all I have to do is repent and give my life to Him. And it's very simple. It's the most simple thing that you could do in life.
I hope that there's people in the car right now that were like, gosh darn, they okey doked us. It's not let's effing go. It's live for God. They freaking unfollow them right now. I'm like, got you guys.
Well,
guess what?
God takes
Buckle
everything and turns it for His good.
Yeah,
so I guess He did that.
We're all
for
about
me.
to go on a friggin' spiritual journey.
Yeah.
Welcome to Live for God show. Co-host Elise. My name is Dustin.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing.
Judah's my name.
I know that at the end of the day, if I get on your podcast, these things are going to come up because of how much it's in my daily life and how much you see how much I like disciple other people. So it's just this is honestly, my life now. But I know you're proud of me.
That's what happens.
I know that
sure.
I know that I know that in this time of our life, I think that right now you've never been more proud to call me your wife. And I really do believe that because you've seen how much I've changed. So,
Yeah,
you know,
no, I definitely.
it says something. And you're constantly discipling other men. So, you know, it's just is what it is.
No,
And
I was
people
just
don't
gonna
like
say,
it or not,
like,
but
I won't say the person's name, but he literally just reached out to me right now because I shared Matt's, who is gonna listen to the show. So congratulations on 2 years clean, Matt. I'm super proud of you. Like the thing about reaching out and when you're going through the worst. Matt was going through the worst things this year, from coast to coast, and like he stayed clean.
he did.
You know what I mean?
I got that folded by a Bible.
I mean,
come on.
had some wreckage along the way. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But,
Yeah, yeah.
good job, bud.
Yeah, good job.
But no,
Oh.
seriously, like, so somebody reached out because they saw that post that I did today for Matt, which I haven't done in a long time. And I'm like, when I did the post, I'm like, damn, man, I don't celebrate recovery like I used to on this page anymore. And I'm like, why? And then I start getting all in my head about it. But, so somebody like commented back, and he was basically saying, and I won't say his name obviously, but he was just like, man, I'm struggling right now. I'm trying to quit drinking and I just can't. And he got into a motorcycle crash, so I'm assuming that he was probably on some sort of opiates, and then to maybe get off the opiates, he started drinking heavily more. But after Charlie Kirk, he's another guy that just went to church today and got himself involved. And I just start telling him like how much recovery has done for me, and like recovery and the fellowship and sponsorship and sponsees literally carried me for the first 9 years. And for the last year and a half, the Bible, church, and God has literally saved my life. Mm-hmm. So, and I just said to him, man, I'm like, look, I don't know if treatment is an option. Definitely go to some 12-step meetings if you can. And go to church and read the Bible.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the literature that we use in the 12-step program is identical to the Bible.
Yeah.
Like there is so many.
Yeah, but that's because good Charlie Kirk always said this too. He'd be like, well, what's a good, he says, the Bible's just a good reference for morals and values, good morals and values. He would always, to people that didn't believe, or if they were atheists or whatever, he would direct them to that, because he would be like, it's a great place to start to get good morals and values.
Right.
It's a great place to start, even if you don't believe. There's tons of information in that book that you could take from it and live a really beautiful life because of the morals and values that are in there. So
I know that we're 23 minutes in and 21 seconds, guys, and I hope that you held on for our big announcement. Hey, and if you unfollowed me because I'm talking about Charlie Kirk, bye. It's all good.
literally,
what I mean?
I don't care
Not-
anymore.
I'm not tripping.
I'm not tripping on any
Definitely. And I hope, and I literally I've hoped and prayed for those people, but like, I just want you to stay away from me, stay away from my family, like go and mock and laugh about somebody dying elsewhere. I don't want, literally, do not even come up to me. You know what I mean? Like, just
Savage.
seriously, do not even
Savage.
come up with me. I don't even care.
Yeah, they're just really, if you mocked or laughed or any of that, like good, said, oh, good, or,
Yeah.
well done. No, there's no place for that near my family.
It's all good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I will try to.
But we'll pray for you forever and ever.
Yeah,
Amen.
I'll find some other people that would like to support me and my family,
Yeah.
along the way, because that is just crazy behavior.
I would never even do that if it was Kamala Harris. And I mean, honestly, we were just talking about this. I was like, Kamala Harris is probably a really great person, but
Totally.
politicians are bought and paid for, and that's just what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she's probably, like, I've watched her
Dude,
interviews.
and honestly,
she's sweet and
here's
kind.
the thing.
And
People that are on the same side as us, whatever that may be, I don't even know what side we are anymore.
Jesus Christ, anyways.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I get that part. But I would say, it's so crazy that so many things that were conspiracy theories are coming true. And you
Period.
have like people that are literally working so hard to prove that, Joe Rogan being one of them. and Candace Owen another one, and Tucker Carlson too,
Oh,
like being
Tucker's- I
that
just
for like
love
being
him.
like that. And I know like some
He's so
people are
good.
like, "Whoa, you guys are off the reservation probably," and honestly, that's fine. If you have not listened, especially to what Candace is saying and doing right now, like she literally, like I would say this, like, boom, something happens to one of my close friends. Like I am gonna do whatever it takes to find out what happened.
Yeah.
If this was the case.
Honestly, in the words of Candace Owens, if you are not a conspiracy theorist at this point, you are just not an intelligent person. That's the truth.
There's
you
the
are just
soundbite.
you are just not
Bro.
willing to look past and
Yeah.
look through the looking glass and
I love it.
look right over the heads of all of these politicians that are bought and paid for because they just are. They just are. So until Candace Owens is sued, which she was sued, by the way, by the France's wife, whatever, that she said is a man. But if you read it, he's not suing her for saying that he's a man.
She's a man, baby. She's
She
a
is
man.
wiggling her way around the lawsuit. This lady that is actually a man, she's wiggling her way around the lawsuit, saying some other weirdo stuff. So
Right.
until she is convicted of a lawsuit and defamation, I will agree and listen with her because
Well, I know
She'd be
that
right.
there's a lot of people right now that are really listening to more podcasts, and I think a lot of people are listening to more conservative stuff right now just because of how much of an impact Charlie Kirk is put on people and
Yeah.
like literally convicted so many people. Like,
I've been watching
can't
that
go
fool
over
since
social media.
2020.
yeah, but you can't go on social media right now and not see something that's like in a positive light. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see anything negative anymore. I don't know what happened. Like, I
Thank God.
literally like don't. I see people that are proud that they vote blue. Like, that's awesome. Everybody has a right. That's
Yeah.
that's we
That's
all
America.
we all have a right to vote for whoever we want. We have the right to say whatever we want, without getting shot.
It's called
know?
the First Amendment.
And anyways, big announcement time.
Okay, moving right along.
27 minutes now. I mean, I hope you. Hey, listen, if you're still here, hi. My name's Dustin. I run this stupid show, and I'm gonna allow my wife to make the statement now.
Okay, so
Drum roll,
27 minutes. Okay, the big announcement is that we are moving.
please. No way. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna make it. What are you talking
the
about?
devil in your head right
Yeah.
now.
What are you
need
talking
to,
about?
like, go and get that.
Where are you moving
right out of
to?
you.
Where are you moving to? You guys are not going to make it. You guys are losers.
Oh my gosh, that is literally
I'm just
what your
kidding.
brain
The
tells
one
you. That's
person,
so
the one
sad.
person listening right now, that's what he's saying in the car.
That's hilarious. So yeah, not only are we moving, but we are moving out of state. We are leaving the great state of California.
Boom.
Get me out of here, please.
Boom.
And this has like been a long time coming, if I'm being completely honest. We've talked about this for a couple years now about leaving, and a lot of the reason why, obviously, that we haven't is because of me. Dustin probably would have been out of here a long time ago. But my entire family lives here, except for one brother now who moved to North Carolina last fall. So he was definitely a big stepping stone in helping me be okay with leaving my family. But the thing is, at the end of the day, it's not about, my now extended family. Like, my family is Dustin and our kids. And,
It took her a long time to say that, dude, and realize that.
yeah, it did. It did. Because
A
family's
long time.
everything for me. I grew up with my
Not
grandma
even
and
that, not even
gramps.
family, friends.
True. With friends too. I was
with
so
Elise,
codependent.
with Elise, it went family, friends, Dustin.
And like, look at how God has transformed me. I mean, come on.
Got him.
But yeah, I grew up with my grandparents down the street, so I saw them every weekend. So I really couldn't imagine a life where I wouldn't be living near my parents. But I realized that every, family has different circumstances, and we just know that this is the right move for us. Like, I know it in my core. I know it in my bones because of how close my relationship is with God. I know this to be true. I know that this is the right move for our family. And everything is falling into place exactly the way it's supposed to. It's almost crazy how perfectly it's all playing out. Do you want to tell them where we're moving?
Yeah, but I wanted to have you talk about like our first. Well, here I'll start it. So, really, because of the traveling that I'm able to do with LFG now that I do this full time, and like this year is just unbelievable. Like all the places that we've been, and last year we traveled, but not. We're doing way more this year, and every time we leave. So, for instance, we did a show in Oregon, actually Washington, 1,000 Bike Rally, and we had to drive the entire state of California, and it was unbelievable how much gas and food is.
Yeah.
And every time we go elsewhere, immediately as soon as we state lines, it's just so much cheaper. Like literally, that's $1.50 more. I think it's funny how people like defend that too. They're like, "Oh, move away because gas is so much cheaper." Like when you drive a lot and you're paying that, like that is hundreds of dollars more.
Yeah, and people that say that, I'm sorry, but people that say that have never left California, and they just have no idea what it's like to go to a different state and pay that kind of gas.
I know.
They just
Even
don't know
some
what
of
they're
our
talking about, and
friends
that's
are
okay.
just like at that time, some of our friends would be like, "What? Why would you leave?" You know what I mean? And I'm like, man,
There's a whole world out there.
I
and they
wish
just don't
that
know.
you would just get out of the county.
Yeah.
Just literally get out of the county, or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But well, we did, and we've gone to so many states. Like last year, we did. I think it was like 11 states in pretty much a month and a half or something like that, and
11
it was great.
states. That's a lot. I don't know if it was 11
or 7.
7-Eleven.
Yes.
Okay.
It was something like that. I remember counting.
Oh yeah.
You remember
definitely.
that?
Yeah.
It was like
Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Colorado.
Yeah.
South Dakota,
Montana.
I said Montana, Utah, Nevada, Washington, Arizona. So we've been all over the West Coast. We've been all over the western.
We're going to Texas this
United
year for
States.
Born Free Texas. I'm super excited.
I'm really excited
about that,
to see Texas. I've never.
Yeah.
Really
Big
been
shout
to
out to
Texas,
Jace.
so.
We're gonna be staying there at the garage, baby.
Yeah.
Come on. Anyways, so basically for me, I see how much money that we spend elsewhere. And so like that was just a big eye-opening experience. And then coming back home to where it's such a financial crutch. It just like it suffocates in how much money that we have to come up with every month in order just to like stay afloat is just it's a crazy number. And you might be saying, well, you got yourself into that. Correct. 1,000%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And but the thing about living in America is like we can make choices and we're not stuck.
Yeah.
And I am super clean and sober. So I know that I've lived in a really miserable state, and I'm talking about state of mind and state of being, to where I can literally like just do whatever I want now. I don't have a crutch. I don't have a needle in my arm, and I'm like tied down to, the trap house.
Yeah.
And, my family's already left California, and they're doing so great. And honestly, the big eye opener was my best friend Frank, that he runs LFG for me in the Pacific Northwest. Shout out, baby. But he left with basically nothing, and he has just blown me out of the water when it comes to like business sense, real estate, financial stuff, and like the things that he's being able to do with literally nothing is just it's crazy. And it just goes to show you like what you can do if you ever decide to leave California. Like it's a very, very difficult state. You have got to make, at this point, you have to make over $200,000 a year just to be like
comfortable,
middle class.
Yeah.
Actually,
considered
lower middle class. I
know. So it feels impossible. And I mean, there's also, and so like, it's not just the financial aspect. Obviously, the last year we've prayed really hard about finances. And I think that the reason that we haven't had answers to that is because it led us to this very decision to give us the even more courage to do it. But there's so many more aspects. I mean, we're going to homeschool our kids.
Yeah.
California is not the most friendly homeschool state, in my opinion. And
Well, it's not. There's only 3 states that are.
Yeah. And like, even if I wanted to put my kids into anything, if I wanted to put them into like I don't even know, a Christian school, I know they require vaccines and we do not poke our children. So, and that's just our own personal decisions that we've made. So, it's a very difficult state to live in with these kinds of ideals that we have, going on for our family. And we also, I mean, for me at least, like I want a couple acres of land. I want space to let my kids run and space for animals. You guys already know I have chickens in the backyard, and it's a very small space for 10 chickens. And the way that I imagine my life, there's no way that I'm not grateful for what I've already been given in this life in San Diego with this house. If I could pick this house up and move it to where I want to live, I would. I'm like so grateful for all of it, but God's calling me to a different life and a different purpose, and that is totally okay too. But yeah, getting up the courage to actually leave has been, a long time coming. That's for sure. That's for sure. I mean, we could talk about really quick, because we haven't said where we're moving yet, but so we've been obviously all over the west part, and we've gone to, so one of the most beautiful places that I thought I loved last year that we drove through was Idaho. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so gorgeous there, and I was like, I could live here, but it does snow, and I don't like the cold. I like the warm weather, and I like the sunshine, and so that was already kind of out of the question. Montana's beautiful, didn't really care. Utah, beautiful, but just not my scene. Of course, we've talked about Arizona lots of times because Dustin's mom lives there, and there's a good motorcycle scene out there, and it's close to San Diego.
It's a great motorcycle scene.
Yes.
Phoenix
Yes.
is like literally half of my heart is there. It's so cool.
But moving to Arizona almost felt like a crutch in a sense of like, we feel like we would only be doing it to be close to San Diego still. And we're kind of like, if we're going to do it, then we're going to do it, And, and honestly, it's not really our scene. It's just not like the desert, the dry heat. It's just not really the scene that I'm wanting to be. It's not the scenery for me. So we have been over, I went to North Carolina to go visit my brother last year, and it was nice. It was different. It wasn't like, I didn't see anywhere that I was like, oh yeah, I'd want to live here. So I was kind of like, North Carolina is like kind of out of the question. And then when we had our honeymoon, we kind of took like a second honeymoon with 4 of our friends, and we went to New Orleans, and that was so much fun, and we loved it there. It was awesome, and I loved the humidity. I love the humidity. It does everything perfect for my skin and my hair because I have very dry skin, and I just love it. And we then went to Nashville, and we drove. So we got to drive through Mississippi, and by the way, the people out there are extremely nice, like very nice people. Just kind-hearted people that we came into contact with, even at like the gas station. And we drove through Mississippi, and that was really, really pretty. And we got to Nashville, and I'm driving around, and we didn't just stay in the city of Nashville. We went outside of the city. We went horseback riding, around Nashville, but just not right directly on like Broadway. We went to other places,
But Broadway was
badass.
Badass.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, it's like really beautiful here, and I really loved it. But I still had this like feeling of like, ugh, I just don't like how like there's no ocean that I can go to where like the end of the earth is, I just, the idea of not having that felt weird to me, having grown up in San Diego. But I really loved it out there, and I never forgot how much I really loved it there. So ever since then, we've always looked in Tennessee. We've looked in Texas. We've looked in North Carolina, South Carolina. We've looked in, a lot of places in the South. And I've always kind of brought up Florida. And Dustin, I would always be like, there's ranches out there and stuff. And he's like, there's no ranches in Florida because most people think about like Miami and West Palm Beach. And they don't really think about Florida as being a state, like a country state, and country vibes. And I showed him this girl's TikTok, and I'm like, look at this giant ranch she lives on. It's huge, and like animals everywhere, alligators too, but he's like, wow, what the heck? And we've looked there before because we have friends that live there. But yeah, and then all of these little things started falling into place in August. It was a very sudden decision. It was a very like, we're doing it. No questions asked anymore. Like, this is exactly where God is leading us. We know for sure because of X, Y, and Z and what's playing out. And this is what makes sense for our family. So with that being said,
we're moving to Florida.
We're the Gators.
Yeah, we're coming.
Buccaneers, baby. Oh, I hate the Chargers. I hate them.
Gosh.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, Florida, here we come. So honestly, if you're hearing this and we hadn't said anything to you, like we apologize because I know that there's a lot of people who are going to be like, "What? You are doing what?" You know what I mean?
You did what?
And I've been talking to a lot of people that live on the East Coast, and they're just like ecstatic, dude.
Yeah, they're super
straight
excited.
up. Like LFG is going to be on the East Coast, and I'm still gonna and also real quick, like I still plan on coming back to California every single June. Live Fast Rally is bar none one of my favorite shows that I do. Those boys have been so great to me, and literally my career, if you call it, in slow race is literally because of them. And I'll be like forever grateful. So I will always be at that show, even if I have to fly in. But anyways, Born Free California, that is a must. I mean, that is just a must. If you're a clothing brand in the motorcycle community, that is a must. You have got to be there, and to be a vendor there is extremely hard. There's a huge waiting list, and by the grace of God, I'm there. So, and then I also, I want to do my own show. So, and then we'll spend time with family. And I think that, that's another good way of like showing face and, being able to travel, and that's really far, and we'll see how long that lasts, or I don't even know. There's so many things that are unknown. And but what I do know though is there's a lot of stuff on the East Coast that I'm going to be able to do, and there's a bunch of people that have zero idea of what the podcast is, what LFG is, what we stand for, what we do, and I'm just going to bring that SoCal vibe, with the recovery, motorcycle riding, creating rides, a community. Like LFG has always been, not my brand. It's been everyone's brand. And, it's so great to see people like latch onto it and like create their own thing within LFG. Like there's so many local people here that do that. There's so many people in other states that do that, that want to create rides and like have fun stuff, and they want to, use the name, and like, that's great,
Yeah.
And,
you're going to literally excel out there. And I know that. I have been telling you since we made the decision how much I know that you are going to just thrive, and your businesses are going to just thrive and excel out there so much. I already know. know. I can feel it in my spirit and my soul. Like we are going to love it. And there's no reason other than like, there's just no reason in the world why we've been talking about this for 2 years. Why this would be a bad decision. Like, we just know it's the right move for our family. And I'm super excited to be out there closer. Like, we'll be about 9 hours away from my brother, which feels like, that's a long time. But in California, it's like you drive 8 hours to
San Francisco.
San Francisco. It's like, it's really not that far. So I'll be on the East Coast with my brother. And I think that's going to be really cool.
He has young kids that are our kids' age.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, literally like meant to be. And it's
Yeah.
funny because we're talking about your brother Johnny, right? And he said when he left, he's like, I'm gonna get all of you guys to come out here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't him, really in this circumstance, but it's like, damn, it definitely was a push.
It was definitely a push, but at the time we were like, yeah, no, we're not leaving, because we were in that space where we were like, and so that's the thing, is like anything can change, anything's possible. You can't live your life based on other people's decisions, or you can't live your life based on, other people. Your family comes first in every aspect, God, family, country, as Charlie Kirk would say. It's like, that's how it goes. And I'm excited. I'm just so excited, because I think that you are going to be an all-around happier, calmer, just less stressed person. And I think our kids are just going to thrive out there, and they're going to, just have a life that like we've dreamed of giving them, where they just get to run free and be homeschooled and have animals and, just
well, this
live their best
podcast is
life.
like really big in Texas. This podcast is growing in Nashville right now, so that's kind of cool.
That's
and
very
hopefully
cool.
that it grows in Florida as well.
And who knows? Like, we don't know where this could bring our family. It's just the circumstances of, what's happening and who we're moving with, and, who will be like living in Florida with. It's just how it's worked out. But like, we never know. We could end up moving to a different state out there. We just know that like, we know that there's more than California out there for us, and God has a bigger plan for us. So this is just the start of like a really big journey and a really exciting adventure. And there is not one thing that at the beginning when we made this decision when we were on our way out to Sturgis, and I was all in, like I jumped, I took that final leap of faith, because Dustin has been telling me for 2 years now to like, consider it. And there were so many things where fear would come in, and I would constantly be like rebuking fear constantly. And at this point, I think I've rebuked it so hard that there's just no fear. I have no fear. And I am pure excitement about it. Like, just cannot wait. And we go to Florida in November for a week with my mom. She's going to come with us to kind of go and like venture in the area that we're going to be moving to, check out Tampa and, just other areas. I have one of my own friends out there.
You can say it.
Well,
We're about to
didn't
put
want to
Brooksville on the map, homie.
I
No, I'm
didn't
just
want
kidding.
like
That was a
people to know
joke. That was a
exactly
joke.
where we were gonna live. You know what I mean?
Well,
For
why not? Everybody knows
protection
we
of-
live in East County, San Diego.
This is true, but
It's no secret, homie.
that's true. Anyways,
Like,
yeah.
what?
So Brooksville is like 45 minutes outside of Tampa. We're gonna have friends that already live there.
Yeah. One friend that's in the process of moving right now.
Yes, and we've never been there, so we don't know what other kind of areas we might like. I am very happy that Disneyland is out there. I honestly don't think I can imagine my life not being somewhere near a Disneyland. And there's only 2 in the country, so it's either California or Florida.
Jeez, I'm so glad.
So,
Well, it's funny though. I do remember we were talking about Florida again, and this was even before our friend was even. Well, no, he has already wanted to move out there, but wasn't that serious yet. But I remember on our way home from Disneyland here, I remember I was telling you, I'm like, yeah, well, Orlando's not that far away from Brooksville.
it's not. It's about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's like the same distance.
Right,
from here
right,
to
right, right,
Disneyland, yeah.
And honestly, I can't talk crap because seeing the joy of my kid and like at Disneyland and how happy my wife gets, like, psh, boom, slam dunk, piece of cake.
Yeah, we just love Mickey Mouse around here. We can't help it. We just love him. He's so fun. So, yeah, so that's really awesome. I think that that's like just kind of a plus, But
Yeah. So I mean, here's the deal. So besides living out, in Florida now, and honestly too, it's like it's so crazy to think about because, we're just now putting the house up for sale, and the reason why we wanted to do this podcast right here in the living room is we're going to be on the road, and we want to be able to drop this as soon as our real estate agents, they're going to make videos, and a lot of our local people are probably going to see those videos. Quickly, do you want to talk about our real estate agents or no?
Oh, well, they're the best. I mean, are we supposed to talk about them? I don't know. Our real estate agents are Trish
we can.
and Mindy.
Of course, we can plug the shit out of
plug
them.
'em,
First of all, Mindy's a huge fan of the show.
Mindy is a huge fan of the
So
show. We love Mindy.
shout out, girl. You know what I'm saying?
Trish and Mindy. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't even know what they're.
Do they have a company name?
I don't know. I'm about to find
We're just
out
like,
right
yeah,
now.
our friends in recovery are selling our house.
They are awesome, though. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to pop out their government name or nothing, but
no, literally, it's called.
They
Trish.
do.
It's called Trish and Mindy. Trish and Mindy, RE, which is real estate. So Trish and Mindy, real estate. Anyways, hit them up if you're going to sell your house. If
Boom.
you're in San Diego, they are the best.
For literally
they
the best.
are literally at my every beck and call if I need them, which is amazing because I have questions. And we did a lot of stuff to the house this week to kind of upgrade a little bit things, and they gave us a lot of direction on
Slade.
that. And our
homie.
friend Slade, who redid the lights in our house. So
Yeah.
our house actually looks better, and I'm like, wow, all this time, but it doesn't matter. I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna pray for whoever moves into this house that they enjoy it the way that we have. It's a very homey home, and like I said, if I could pick this house up and move it to Florida, I would. But I definitely think that we're gonna find something even better.
But aren't
out
you
there.
guys scared of hurricanes?
No, my house burned down in the 2007 Witch Creek fires,
Exactly.
burned to the ground with nothing left. I had nothing out of it.
I mean,
so
here's the thing,
no,
man.
I'm not scared of hurricanes.
Obviously, like I am a Southern California kid, born man, whatever I am at this point, old man, grandpa. But like I said, I've traveled, and I just know that there's always been something more. Like honestly, if I had never traveled, I would have been like a lot of the people that I know. Like, why would you leave? This is great. You have the mountains, you have the beach, you have this, and you have that, and the fact of the matter is, like, I've traveled and like left here and like been able to see other things and like different cultures, different diversities. Like it's so crazy to think about. And so yeah, Elise's house burnt down in a Witch Creek fire, which is nuts to think about. And with what I've always said with the hurricane thing, and not to mention too, so Brooksville is the elevation there is 272 feet, which is like, oh, big whoop. But that's actually really big when it's the flattest state in the United States, Florida. And it definitely gets hit hard by hurricanes. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the thing about it is, you can always leave.
There's millions and millions of people that live in Florida, and they are just fine.
Right.
And they are just fine. Everybody's going to be scared of a hurricane. It is very scary, but we're not going to be living on the water. We're not going to be living on the coast. We're going to be very inland, and like, yeah, we can leave. If we don't like it, we can leave. But there's weather everywhere. There's earthquakes, there's fires, there's weather everywhere. And I have had the experience of being able to, of being a victim of it firsthand. So I'm not scared of anything. I'm not scared of anything. If anything, I'm going to love the wind and the hot rain.
Right.
I'm excited about the hot rain.
And so that was the thing. So why Florida? Well, a big factor is knowing people that are already there. Knowing that there's already a motorcycle community. First of all, my sponsor, La Tigers, they're out there and they're creating a bunch of new spots, and we're going to kick the door down and really bring some cool events to Florida.
We get to experience the East Coast. Like, we get to drive all up and down the East Coast. Like, we will not even be that far from New York. I mean, we've lived in San Diego, in California, our entire life. We have seen it. We've seen the West. And for half of my life, if I can go and have a different adventure, I think that's a gift.
Right.
That is a gift. And it's really awesome. So.
Yeah, I don't even... okay, so obviously it's new, right? And we're talking about it because we know that there's going to be people that are going to find out about it. So we wanted to announce it because that's the proper thing to do. but you never know. Like things might happen to where like somebody comes in and we don't get bid. You know, we don't have offer and stuff. So
Yeah, it's all banking on like when
Yeah.
we sell our house. Obviously, we have to sell our
Yeah.
house before we move, so it's not
Right.
like we're moving tomorrow. But this
Right.
is the plan.
This
and
is the plan.
if this is what God's truth plan is, and I know it is, we will probably get an offer very quickly, and things will be moving very fast. But you know, the market is very weird right now. The interest rates finally just went down, so I'm thinking that we'll probably get an offer pretty quickly. I mean, I don't know. We got a lot of things going for this house, so I think we're gonna do just fine. To be honest,
Yeah, no,
and we have it at a good. We'll have it at a good price. So
yeah.
yeah.
Right. Florida. Here we come, baby. Are you ready?
I'm excited. If we could leave tomorrow, I would.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. It got to a certain point, like I know that we talked about it, but our like the lifestyle that we wanted to live, I just knew that it wasn't attainable here anymore. Like, you know, LFG is not making millions of dollars. It's not making thousands of dollars for that matter, you know? And everything that I make, I put back in. And it's just like a revolving door, right? And we have to travel for work. And we're like, geez, I remember like what's so humbling is like doing so many local shows and like being held down by so many of you guys and gals. Like, it's crazy to think about how far the brand has come. Yeah. And now, like going to new places where people do not know who we are, and to have those conversations is like so cool. And now it's like tapping into a whole new place, you know, and it's unseen. I don't know how it's going to be. You know, I don't know if the scene is, you know, comparable apples to apples, which, you know, who knows, but I just know that I'm going to bring the same sort of energy that I've always had. Like, I'm not going to switch up. Like, it's going to be all about community, all about creating rides, tapping into the recovery scene that's there too. And, you know, just seeing where it's going to take us, you know. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man, we talked to so many people. I've talked to so many people. Left Lane Syndicate, he just came to Sturgis, and, you know, he was like, literally for me, it was like the icing on the cake. It was just like the cherry on top. And he was saying, like, you know, he lives in North Carolina and he has to travel, and he travels often, and he makes really good money doing what he's doing. And there's so many cool events that are on the East Coast, especially like in Florida. There's like stuff that goes on all the time. And that was the thing what Elise brought up. I still wanted to be able to see like a sunset over the water. Yeah. You know, like I'm from San Diego. Like, I have water, you know, well, we all have water in our body, but it's almost like we're connected to the water because we're so close, right? So, you know, moving to the west coast of Florida, the Gold Coast, excuse me, that's what they call it.
The Gulf Coast. Yeah,
they call it the Gold Coast.
The Gulf Coast?
Gold Coast?
No, babe.
Google it right now, sister.
It's the Gulf. The Gulf of America.
Are you sure? Yeah, I understand that, but they also call it the Gold Coast.
Really? I'm going to Google this right now.
Because, you know, I'm hoping that I'm right, ladies and gentlemen. Please be right. But anyways. What does it say?
The Gold Coast is in Australia.
Well, guess what? Shout out to you Aussies, dude, because I know you're listening too. We got a huge following out in Australia. So, you know what? Maybe that's where we're going, guys.
The Gold Coast Gulf of America refers to an association between Florida's Gold Coast. Okay, you're right. You're right.
Oh, okay.
And the Gulf of America, which the official U.S. name for the Gulf of Mexico. I don't need to read all that. Anyways.
Right. Okay.
Florida's Gold Coast.
Okay. So.
Oh, but spans more than 60 miles of the Atlantic coast.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they're talking about the other side.
So yeah, maybe I'm wrong then. I don't know. But what I do know is the Gulf of America side is absolutely
what we do
gorgeous.
Know is find us in Florida. Find us out there. That's where we're going to be.
Yeah.
I also forgot to say we've also been in New Mexico. I just saw that on the map.
Right.
Just another.
Right.
Would never move there. I don't think.
Whoa, check it out. Anyway, you can't talk crap about states, dude.
I'm not talking crap.
You know what I'm saying?
That was also one that I was like, I don't think I could do it.
Why? Because it's a blue state, brother?
No.
Yeah. You know what? One thing though, like talking about that go back to like the Charlie Kirk thing, seeing like, okay, there's not that many, but seeing one friend in particular is literally like made my heart so happy, because this person was not like crazy far left, but like definitely was left. Their thought process and, you know, just how they live their life, and really just switched up, which so many people probably have after Charlie Kirk. And this person is just like literally fighting with like old friends because they're not like, they're like defending what they feel is right for their family.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times we create a family, we start a family, and we see our kids, and like we want to do right and better. At least I hope you do. And I think that person really is just changed, and it's, bro. I was just saying to my friend, I was like, bro, you turned into a housewife conservative. You know what I mean? Like, you should be proud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want to like, I don't want to like
I didn't
blast,
know who you were talking
I
about.
don't want to like
second,
blast their name, you know, like,
no, don't do that.
you know, I don't want to blast her name, but man, I am so proud of her. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to say her.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, like you have just become like this fucking beautiful woman. I told my friend that today. I'm like, bro, you better hold that one down, dude. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, she's definitely opened her eyes to.
I know. I don't want to talk about
it
it because now it's like we're talking about a specific person.
Yeah.
But I hope and pray like that if you are listening to this, I really hope that, you know, you didn't find what happened, you know, funny. That I don't think anybody really should, you know. At the end of the day, man, we're here to you know, really just like love one another and be kind to each other. At least that's what it taught me in recovery, you know, is to really be kind to somebody. And it took me a long time to even do that, you know.
Human life is so valuable, and it is so sacred, and it should never be celebrated. Not even, I mean, I won't say anymore.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, you know what? Here's the deal. We're moving to Florida. Now it's like, it's such a relief like that. And by the way, I wanted to use this platform to announce it just because I've always been transparent with everybody on here. I've told you guys some of my darkest secrets, my thoughts. Other people shared their darkest secrets and thoughts. And like, my community is like your community. And like, whoever is listening, like, thank you. Literally from the bottom of my heart. Like I looked and was looking at analytics this last show, and it just blew. The show has just been blowing up to where I had so many downloads to where I was like blown away. And it just makes me humbled and grateful, you know, like, damn, like this many people like tuned in to hear what I have to say with somebody else.
Yeah.
And perhaps they just wanted to hear that person.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
But
you know?
still cool.
That's the coolest part about a podcast is like who you have on, what you're talking about, you know. And hey, look, if you're still here, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? We're moving to Florida, and if we didn't tell you in person, we apologize.
Yeah, I just didn't want to talk about it because, you know, there's so many things that go into selling a house, buying a house. There's just a lot of things, and it's hard to talk about it because sometimes things aren't for certain, and you just, I don't know. You know, I just wanted to wait until our house for sure was on the market, and yeah.
Boom, there it is.
So,
well, we're going to be off on the road again, you know, so yeehaw, cowboy.
Yeehaw, cowboy.
We'll see you out there on the road.
See you on the road.
See you on the road. Toodaloo, Magoo.
Go Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You don't even know. Who's their baseball team?
I don't know.
See, exactly.
I don't watch baseball. I watch football.
Okay, what about hockey?
I don't watch hockey. I watch football.
You don't, first of all, that's a lie.
I do watch football.
That's a lie.
I watch it. It's forced. It's on my TV every day.
Every
I watch
day.
football.
Okay, every day. Every day.
Go Florida Gators. I just love Florida. I just love them. Just love it.
You're a friggin' weirdo.
Can't wait.
All right.
God's country, baby.
We'll see you guys in Florida.
See ya in the flip side. Catch you later.
See you in the Toolies.
The Toolies.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sayonara,
see in the
Gators.
Everglades
Yeah.
with my cowboy
Hey,
hat on.
you know what? Have fun with all those bugs.
Whatever.
Yeah, right.
Go cry about it because you don't have the balls to freaking leave where you are. That's what I say. Savage.
See, by the way, Florida is the #1 sport fishing.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a sport fisherman now.
Get it.
I'm gonna catch a big tuna.
Lots of water out there.
Yeah. It's a swamp.
If I start saying y'all better leave me the hell alone.
Yeah,
That's all
no
I know.
shit. I know. That's what I'm saying.
Leave me alone. Cause
Yeah, don't be mad when I come back and I'm like, how y'all doing? LFG 1904. Come on.
what do they say? Wait, what did they say in the South? Oh, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Baby. That's actually a Louisiana, New Orleans thing, but baby.
know.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to sweat so bad.
I mean, I just feel like my soul was meant for the South. I really do. I just
Man.
love it there so much.
Pretty soon, you know what the show's going to be sponsored by? Degree. Perspirant. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or that dude,
hilarious.
that good old deodorant. Hey, this episode was brought to you by
Degree, man.
Degree. Man, and
360
women,
Sport.
dude. Trust me, you be stinking too. Shit. Don't be kidding yourself. Homie. The fuck out of here.
That's so funny.
Also, real quick, spearmint. I don't even do that anymore.
Yeah, well,
It's not
you
even
know,
spearmint. It's
yeah,
peppermint
it's not
Zen.
because California sucks.
I know you can't even. By the way,
You can't even buy it.
Check it out. I'm gonna start bootlegging Zen nicotine. So if anybody wants it, get down on my line. If you know what I'm saying. If you want the blue cans or green cans or whatever can that you want, come on.
Yeah, you
I got
can get
all,
it.
Listen, free shipping. Let's just start it off right. I'm gonna do like a little $5 extra shit. You know what I mean? But I'll send you guys whatever you want. You know what I mean? Oh, the smoky smokes too. Flavored,
Yeah.
jewels.
Isn't that ridiculous? Bro, California is such a crapshoot right now. I just can't. Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful land.
Straight up.
But man,
like-
oh man.
Yikes! Seriously, it's nuts. Like when you leave.
Yeah, when
like-
you leave and you
Well,
can
no.
actually
Like even
breathe.
like if you just move out of like the big cities, San Diego, LA, San Francisco, like even Sacramento. But Sacramento's beautiful. There's like rivers running everywhere. Like California is crazy beautiful. Like desert, ocean. There's like so
gorgeous.
many things. It really is. But the fact of the matter is, like we live in the desert here
Yeah.
in San Diego. Like it is a desert.
Yeah.
1000%. So, anyways, back to it. Yeah. So.
back to it. I mean, if you don't
I
know
guess we're
that
done.
if we're a patriot or not, you know now. Go give me a MAGA hat.
Dude, what the heck was that,
Let's
dude?
make America great again.
Jeez.
Can you imagine
Damn,
Biden?
brother.
Biden was like, we got to get rid of those MAGAs.
Yeah.
Trump was talking about that. He was
Yeah,
like, can
yeah,
you
yeah.
believe he was saying that?
Yeah.
And all it stands for is to make America great again.
I know.
Isn't that the funniest
Well, that's what
thing?
everybody says too. They're like,
So funny.
mega, 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 and it's like, dude,
We're
make
literally just
America
saying,
great.
make America
you guys
great
are
again.
you guys are fighting to make your own country. First of all, they burn American flags. What? Like,
This is just how you
dude,
know that it's
they
not left
literally
versus right.
have
It's
they
literally
have
evil
rainbow
versus
and
good
trans
versus
flags
evil.
in front of their house. Like that is their state or their country flag. Like you all are brainwashed and in cuckoo Lulu land.
Oh wow, Dustin got into it hard.
Like, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is. It's like it's disturbing to me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the
Like,
burning of the
stop
flag is very
supporting mental
disturbing.
illness. That's all I'm going to say. Stop supporting it. It's not okay.
I like the word affirming better, but whatever.
Affirming. Stop supporting affirming. Okay. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, if you really want to talk about it, bro, you got to talk about the Bible. And your listeners apparently don't like to hear about that. So,
Well, there's only
can't-
two.
You
Josh
cannot
was one
talk
of them.
about this.
Joshua's
without,
already gone, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. Well,
He's already left. He's like, Lisa's on talking about God. Bye. Next
yeah.
show.
Josh, our photographer.
Yeah.
I'll get that guy to buy a Bible tomorrow. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Give me a break. Yeah, no, you can't talk about it's just the truth of the Bible of what, God says about you and how he created you to be.
Here's
and
the
it's
thing.
very simple,
Here's the
So,
thing. I'm going to tell you right
but
now.
whatever.
I've
We love
always
everybody,
said,
but
I know,
we
I do.
love
No,
everybody.
I do. I love
we don't
her.
judge people.
Listen.
We love everybody.
Listen, what I'm going to say right now is the truth, and I've always said this. What, dude?
Don't be getting crazy, bro.
I'm not getting crazy. I'm not getting crazy. This is all I'm going to say right now, y'all. I used to be a firm believer. It's like, listen, anybody and everybody can do whatever they want to do. Just stay away from me if you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Savage.
Like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like, just stop. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need it all down my fucking throat and you know, like everywhere. And that's the thing about social media.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, you know, back in the I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole. I'm not going to do that, but I'm just saying, like, listen.
Yeah, don't force your things on me. I'm not forcing it on you.
Yeah, like everybody, look, dude.
If you want help, I'm going to save your life and point you to God. But other than that, it's like, I'm not forcing nothing down your throat. Don't force nothing down my throat. I got my beliefs. You got your beliefs. I love you no matter what. I love all humans because they were all created in the image of God. You know, and I don't judge you.
Imagine
you know,
hating me and I'm over here on a podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Imagine hating me and I'm literally on my knees every morning just praying.
Imagine hating me and I'm in the Tully's fishing in Florida.
Imagine hating me and I'm literally just taking care of my 2 kids every day.
Right.
But you hate me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, guys. Well, this has been another episode of Mom's Convicted.
If you made it to the end of this episode, God bless you. God.
Yeah, if you made it to the end of this episode, sponsored by Degree, powered by Zen Nicotine. Yeah, boy. I'm going to tell you right now, man, this has been fun. Mm-hmm. Man, I've had fun. I have like a big weight lifted on my shoulders too. I'm telling you right now.
That's good. I'm glad because you
in a lot of fear.
back a little bit, you know, but
yeah. Okay.
Well, it's scary no matter what. You just have to remember that
doing
God
some cool things to the house and all that, but then I'm remembering how much I have to pay and what I got to pay at the end of the year and how much I got to go tomorrow to pay registration for my truck.
Ugh.
Bro.
Let's just talk about that really quick alone right now. We got $800 for registration. How much was the registration? $650, something like that. $680 for our registration here in California. You know how much it costs in Florida? $50.
For
50.
2 years.
For
2 years.
50. 50.
Catch me in the Tully's.
Like,
catch me wrestling.
If people are really this blind,
like mess around and catch me with a alligator.
It's because you. I don't know.
The next
wrestling them
day two of living in Florida.
Wrestling them.
I'm gonna wrestle a gator.
Wrestling them gators.
Say I won't. Say listening on this. Say I won't right now.
Say I won't.
I already done did it, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I remember the little alligators we held.
I already fucking have done it. That's what
we're getting an airboat. We're gonna take it to the Everglades.
Let's get an airboat.
Let's just become.
Dude, we'll be a tour.
Let's just become the crocodile hunters.
No. Okay.
Like Steve Irwin. Like we'll just take on the legacy.
Hey, we're gonna come back with like alligator boots and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I made these. These were fucking.
Listen, God has a plan, and it could just veer us in whatever direction. So, anyways, if you or someone you know lives in the neighborhood of Brooksville or anywhere near the vicinity, and you go to church out there and you know some good churches, please DM me because I would like to find.
Once again, welcome to Mom's Convicted, guy. You know what? Say that crap on your own podcast, bro.
As if you don't believe it yourself.
I know, I understand that, but we're not talking about all that here, dude.
Every time,
you know what I'm saying?
I get him.
I just don't understand why you got to keep bringing it up, dude. We love God. We get it. Okay.
God, country, God, family, country, in that order.
But hey, seriously, it kind of sucks because when we made the announcement, I really wanted to say like, yo, start tagging some people that you think that could vibe with LFG and like, let's get it popping. You know?
Yeah, 100%, 100%, 100.
What the fuck?
At this point, it's 10 o'clock and I'm so tired.
Guess what time it is in Florida?
1
o'clock. Boom. You didn't even know that, dude. I did it. All right. That's it. We're out of here. Bye-bye. I guess we're still here.